Florden House, 195 Unthank Road, the Golden Triangle area of Norwich, highly popular. This particular property has got lots of possibilities and it's massive, it's huge. Accommodation over 3 levels, and a bonus here is it's got planning consent for conversion into 5 flats if you want to. So family house, development project, don't know which way to go, but we'll have a look round and see what we've got to offer. So this particular house, it's called Florden House, and based on Florden Hall apparently. So when it was originally built in 1891, it was formed on the concept that Florden Hall was a little bit like this. So an interesting starting point. And since then it's been expanded and developed. In the 1960s it was turned into a care home, and a big extension was put on the back, adding to the space. But more recently it's been turned back to a family home, so for as many kids as you like, I'm not sure. I think we've got 10 bedrooms here. So lots of possibilities. Which way you go, I think, will depend on your eventual plan. But I think that it's one of those projects which really might excite all sectors of the market. So as you come through the front door, you've got a nice spacious hall, probably one of the few original pieces of the house, a staircase leading up through the various floors. Then you've got 2 reception rooms either side of the hall and a massive kitchen living space at the back. Off of that, utility room, study, cloakroom, loads of space on the ground floor, and this is part of the area which would have been turned into a 3-bedroom flat with the new planning consent. So it would be a really spacious property if it was converted. And that all leads out into the back garden, which is rather nice. So the ground floor, lots of space, and obviously there's more upstairs. So outside this property, you've got a nice little bit of formal garden to the front, and then enclosed area at the back, which is particularly private. Again, in a city house you don't get often the privacy that you are afforded in this particular property. So a nice area, certainly sunny in the afternoons and evenings, and then at an upper level you've got off-road parking. Again, one of those features which you don't get a lot of in this particular city location. At the moment there's a double garage and probably parking for 3 cars. I think the planning consent for the conversion into flats would allow that garage to come down and extra parking spaces to be created. So a little bit of outside space, which again is unusual for this location. So on the first landing, which is particularly large, you've got a number of rooms directly off that landing. At the moment, the configuration is for 4 bedrooms, and there's a couple of bathrooms, and the conversion of that floor would be into 2 flats, 2-bedroom flats, which is mirrored on the top floor. The top floor again is similar sort of layout, but you've got a very large gym area at the moment. You've got a master bedroom suite with a lit sitting room, dressing room, bedroom of course, and a bathroom off of that. So again, lots of space, lots of potential, and again, consent for 2 flats. So if you want to retain this property as a family house, it could be very adaptable for probably a family with teenage children. The current owners, the 2 families came together, 5 children in a house, which they all have their individual spaces, which is fantastic for a family house in this particular area. It's also got possibilities for rental purposes. Again, a high demand in this area for rent for the university students and people working at the hospital. So that's an angle that you might think of. But one of the most exciting things perhaps is the planning consent which has been obtained for conversion of the ground floor into a 3-bedroom apartment, and then on each of the upper 2 floors 2 further 2-bedroom flats. Typically a flat in this area could sell anywhere between £250,000 and £300,000 each, which could indeed turn a real profit for a developer, which is obviously the other option for this property. Guided at £850,000, it's quite a good value property in this particular location with lots of possibilities. So this property is going to auction on July the 19th at Dunstan Hall. It's guided at £850,000, and we're expecting a fair bit of interest in this particular property, so we look forward to the auction day.